On to Montevideo. Okay, 25th of January 2011. With Aurora, we're planning a trip to the SOS Children's Village there in Montevideo. We had 747 passengers on tour that day in Montevideo, and the tour costing was £26. Do you think any of them opted for the SOS Children's Village in Montevideo? Mostly hits there. Yeah, mostly hits again. Yep, there was a hit so far. Yeah, no, brace yourselves. Okay. Yeah, this was a really good hit. We had 28 passengers on tour, and I'm just going to share some thoughts from Moira, who actually went on the tour in Montevideo with you. What she emailed me. I went on the tour yesterday, and it was fantastic. Basically, they have built a small community with 10 houses, approximately housing 8 children each with a house mother, as you stated earlier. We got there, we met with 2 of the families, and we went on a tour of the village. Some of the kids were quite shy at first, but most of them were very happy to take your hand and walk around with you. The passengers loved it, and the children were so friendly, they just really wanted to cuddle. After the house visits, the group went to the communion hall to watch a couple of videos all about the SOS Children's Villages, and then the kids served soft drinks and little cakes. Lots of passengers, including those which didn't go on the tour, donated pens, notepads, toys, sweets, biscuits, rulers, toothbrushes, etc. for the children. The youth department had a clear out and brought along books, toys and games, and other departments from the ship also contributed. They were all thrilled with all the donations, and they couldn't thank us enough. This was a really amazing afternoon out, and all the passengers thoroughly enjoyed the experience and said it was one of the best tours they've ever done. So positive feedback there again. Okay, we went there 3 days later, same SOS Children's Village in Montevideo, for the Queen Mary 2. Do you think we have repeat success? $35 this time, again, we give the donation to the kids there. What do you think? Hit or miss with Queen Mary 2 3 days after? Hit still, okie dokie. Yeah, it was a hit. Yeah, Queen Mary 2, we had 32 passengers on board, guests on board, and once again delivering tours, delivering packages of treats and sweets for the kids there, so that's really good. Okay, on to Rio de Janeiro, the Make Children Smile project. This one was for Queen Mary 2 on the 25th of Jan. It's a kindergarten that looks after children from 4 months to 7 years old. It's a creche. It currently looks after 42 children in 15 years, and the project has a waiting list of 120 children. So it's very, very popular there. This one's costing $73 with a $40 donation for Queen Mary 2. What do you think? Do you think it was a hit or a miss? Tough one to call that. Half and half. Yeah, about half and half, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, we had a miss there, I'm afraid. This one was a miss. It wasn't really anyone's fault. Okay, it was my fault. It was just positioned too close to the calls for the Queen Mary 2 to Montevideo and Durban, so we were probably trying to do a little bit too much there, so I did have to withdraw that one before it really got a chance to sail. So there was a reason for that. Okay. In Dubai was one of the jewels of the Green World collection. It was a Queen Elizabeth exclusive, which was visiting the Al Hussein Charity Centre, which is a non-profit organisation sponsored by His Highness the Green Sheikh. This is to go and witness the good work they do with the 6,000 orphans and 1,300 women they've got there. After visiting the centre, the guests would actually go on to the palace of His Highness the Sheikh Abdul Aziz and spend the evening in his company with his family and have dinner with them. So this is a pretty special experience. It's exclusive for Queen Elizabeth. Obviously it comes at a cost. $315 per person, so not cheap, but big donation as well. We needed 25 guests to participate for the run this tour. What do you think? Yeah, again, that's about half and half again there. Yeah, breaks my heart, unfortunately. Yeah, it was a miss, unfortunately. We had 15 confirmed bookings as well. 15 of the guests actually wanted to pay $315 and go on this, but it just wasn't enough to break even, and unfortunately we couldn't run it, so with a heavy heart, so I did have to unfortunately cancel it. But there's always next time. Okay, Port Calan. we planned a visit to the children's home with Artemis and also Arcadia. Children's Home is a non-profit organisation that provides home and care and love to children that have not gone through the best start in lives, including orphans, abandoned children and abused kids. This one was £27. It was for Artemis to begin with, including the gift and the donation, which will be given in front of the guests. It was 1st of February 2011. What do you think, Artemis? A hit or a miss? It's a hit there, and unfortunately it was a miss. Yeah, we didn't quite get there with this one, I'm afraid. We only have 3 people booked on this one, and I think it was probably due to the amount of guests and passengers that wanted to go to Kuala Lumpur, because Port Klang is the gateway to Kuala Lumpur, so we had, unfortunately, I had set up a very, very comprehensive tour programme out there, which they wanted to go on instead, so unfortunately, yeah, sorry about that, we didn't make it. But, however, I had a report from Marion on board, who gave us the following text. We had a huge outpouring of donations for this particular venue. At one corner of the tour office was stuffed and overflowing with donations, collections and gifts from both the crew, including the captain, and passengers. Passengers have been enormously generous. Everyone's got in the mood, buying things and making wonderful gifts, from soft toys to gorgeous jewellery for the girls. One lady was even making delightful bracelets in several sizes to fit the babies and the smaller girls. So everyone really got into the spirit and delivered some lovely presents and bits and pieces for the kids there. Considering this is a very small ship, we gathered enormous amounts of gifts and donations, so they did well there anyway. Port Klang once again. This one's for Arcadia. Arcadia's only Green World Tour featured on their world cruise. £27 again, minimum of 30 to run it. What do you think? Do you think this one was a hit or a miss for Arcadia? Mostly hits. Yeah, unfortunately it was a miss. Only 10 bookings again. Unfortunately, Port Klang was a gateway to Kuala Lumpur, and a lot of passengers preferred to go on the regular tours there. So, unfortunately, we didn't run that one. Okay, last one now. This was one I'm very, very proud of. It was based in Le Mans. It's called Nurture and Nature. On this particular one, the guests of Queen Elizabeth would be going to visit the SOS Children's Village in Le Mans and interacting with the kids there, and so spending some time there. And afterwards, going on to the Wildlife Rescue Centre, where they can interact and see the rare 2- and 3-toed sloths, as well as other animals in the rainforest, such as monkeys, toucans, turtles, and many others. And afterwards, enjoy refreshments to the delightful sounds of live Caribbean music. What a lovely day, we hope. Right, $34 per person. This one was for Queen Elizabeth World Cruise. What do you think? Hit or a miss? Let's finish on a high, shall we? Yeah, it looks like a hit there. All hits there. Everyone's a hit. Yeah, it was a hit. Yeah, Nurture and Nature. It was very, very well received indeed. I'll just give you some feedback from Amy of the tour staff there. Good morning, Toby. Just wanted to give you a brief summary of Nurture and Nature. Amazing. The SOS Children's Village is beautiful, as are the kids and the staff. Their story is inspiring and the guests loved it. When the children performed, we all cried. They're all so happy. Susanna and I, your manager, rallied around the ship and managed to get chocolates, cookies, crisps and snacks, board games aplenty, and clothes and books as well. The guests gave generously, and through pushing the tour we sold 47 seats. This is easily my favourite tour to date, and the feedback from the guests is incredible. I've written a small article on the blog, which will run today or tomorrow, which Amy did do, and from that we had a lovely response from one of our guests on board the ship. We spent 46 nights in Queen Elizabeth, starting from the 14th of December. My outstanding day was in Costa Rica, visiting the SOS Children's Village, a day never to be forgotten. And if that wasn't enough, I visited the Animal Rescue Centre to see the sloths set free. In my 17 years of cruising with Cunard, that day was second to none. Thank you to the tour department. So that was a lovely hit. Sloths. I don't know what they're doing when they're set free. There's never action, if you can call it action. All right. Future Green World Tours. Where are we heading with this? As time goes by, we're going to create more and more Green World Tours, hopefully. I want to try and put some in the brochure for next season, so that will take some of the pressure off the onboard teams there. The main goal really is to make this sustainable project sustainable. My wife recently asked me what I wanted for my 40th birthday coming up. A few years ago, I've listed a bunch of materialistic items and a drunken party, but the new grown-up daddy and me is settling for sponsoring a child at the SOS Children's Village in Manila, as well as a drunken party. My name is Toby Biddick. I'm lucky and blessed to have the things that I have, and I thank you very much for your time today. Thank you. Any questions? Good. Any feedback or questions, please? Hello. Yeah, we're trying to get some out into the Med as well. There's a lot of the places we visit on the world voyages obviously do have a lot more poverty and a lot more people in need out there at the moment. So that's kind of where we focused it to begin with. But yes, we have SOS Children's Villages all over the world, don't we? Yep. So yes, we will be branching out there, and yeah, definitely there is vision to and scope to expand on this project. Absolutely. Unplanted question.
I'll just say that if you have whetted your appetite about SOS Children, please help yourself to any literature. I've got some at the back and at the front. So you can read more about our work, or go on the website, or get my business card and get in touch with me, anything. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. Is that good?